Hey, what's up? I'm Michael. I have begun to produce bookmarks, and they are art bookmarks, as I call them. They are the ones I'm doing right now are one of a kind, hand drawn or hand painted pieces of art on small paper. And I've made up a bunch of blanks, and I will be showing you in this video how I make the blanks. And it's not that hard, but I will show you that. If you want to make bookmarks, which the reason I'm doing this video is because I had somebody ask me how to make the bookmarks. So I'm going to tell you how to do it, and this is going to be something like your end result. Basically, you're going to cut some paper to whatever size you want. Now, it can be really tall, it can be really short, it could be have a very long ribbon, it can have a short ribbon. But what you need to do is cut your paper. Now, what I'm using for paper is Strathmore paint pad. It's 100 series youth, and it's paint pad textured watercolor paper, and there is 9 by 12, and there are 20 sheets, and it's about $3 for this. And the reason I like this paper is it's inexpensive. You can do watercolor on it, you can do marker on it, you can do ink pen on it, or like liner pens or brush pens, stuff with like India ink in it. You can do dye pens on it, or you could do, what is it called, the stamps if you want to on them. You can make them wider and do the stamps, bigger stamps, or whatever you want to do on them like that. You can. The only thing I would suggest not using is pastels, and the reason for that is that your artwork, if it's pastel, once you go to lay down your bookmark onto your laminating sheet, it's going to mess it up. So what you will need is a cutting tool. If you're under the age of 18, you need to have your parents' permission, or you need to have their help doing this. So you need a cutting tool. It can be, you really need a pair of scissors, whether you're using another cutting tool or not. If you're going to be using ribbon, I have a pair of scissors. These, I believe my aunt told me they're called pinking shears, but they have teeth in them. It looks like a big old alligator mouth there. Chomp. So these are in the sewing section at like Walmart. You can buy them at your craft stores and stuff. I believe they're called pinking shears. They do have some with other designs, but these prevent cloth and ribbon from unraveling or ratting out at the end, is what I call it. So you also want something else to cut with, and what I'm going to be using is paper trimmer. Now, I have a paper cutter, which is a guillotine, and I absolutely cannot get it to cut straight. The way that mine is set up, it's not straightened out right. I don't know why that is, but it's a little bit, the angle of it is a little bit off, and I suggest one of the paper trimmers instead of the guillotine paper cutters because of that reason. I've seen a bunch of those that are like that. So the other thing that you'll need, ribbon. If you're going to use ribbon, you will need a pencil, at least, whatever art medium you're going to be using. A ruler. I suggest a scale. This is an architect's scale. You can buy them at most home office stores, or the office stores like Office Depot, Office Max. I don't even know that they're both still around anymore. You can get them at AC Moore, I believe at Michael's, and at Hobby Lobby as well. You can probably buy them anywhere that sells any type of drafting supplies at all. you'll find one of these. So hole punch, a single hole punch, and I would suggest having a few other things as well. This is called a tape runner. I got this in the card making section at Walmart. It was on the aisle with the scrapbooking section. So it's called a tape runner, and they have one that's called a dot runner as well. Either one of them will work just fine for this. Something else you can use if you want to, you don't have to, is a corner punch or a corner rounder. And another thing I suggest having is a bone folder of some sort. This is my bone folder, and it came with this, and then I have a perforating wheel as well. And I don't think you'll need this at all, but one of the folders or something like that, you might need that. And of course, you'll need some way to laminate your bookmark. So in the end, what you're going to need to do is, after you've got your artwork down, you take your bookmark, and I'm going to go on and tell you how to do this because I'm not going to show this. I'm just going to show how to make the blanks. And let me find a better blank. But this one, you can see it's rounded at the top and the bottom. And what you want to do is find the measurement, the width. You want to add about a 1/2 inch to the width and a 1/2 inch to the height, and you want to cut a rectangle that size out of your laminating sheet. And now this is if you're using the laminating sheets that are just sticky back laminating sheets, and that will allow you to center this on it. And then you need to cut another one the same exact size, and what you want to do there is take that laminating sheet. When you peel it off, you want the sticky side. First you want to take this and stick it centered to the sticky side of the first laminating sheet. The second laminating sheet piece you want to take, and when you peel it off, take the sticky side and you're going to put it on the back. And you want to align those as close as possible. And then what you want to do is cut your lamination down to about 1/8 of an inch or shorter, probably smaller. You can see that little lip right here on it, and that will allow the lamination not to come off of it. I was talking to somebody that made really awesome bookmarks, and she actually trims them right up to the edge, and she said that she did have them peel apart sometimes, and I don't want my customers to have to worry about that, so I like leaving an edge on them. To attach the ribbon, you'll have to find the center across this way and put it down about a 1/2 inch probably, and you'll just take your hole punch and punch a hole there. If you have a circle template that has a 1/4 inch circle on it, you can easily take that and draw it on your blank, and then you'll know where not to put your artwork at, and you can just punch right there. To attach the ribbon, what you want to do is put about 1.5 inches to 2 inches through. Take you a piece of parchment paper. You want to put the parchment paper back here, lay your ribbon back on it, take your tape runner, go over the ribbon, and so you want the ribbon sticking out this way, but this piece is on the back, you want it going this way, so that it's like it's laying flat, but it's just been fed through that hole. And you want to carefully put your tape runner glue stuff on that piece of ribbon. This ribbon is about 3/8 of an inch wide, I believe it said. You can do a 1/4 as well. And what you do with that though is you run that through there and then you fold it over on top of itself. Now this is a prototype and it's mine. I didn't really care about if it was perfect or not, so I got it a little bit off. I suggest taking your time to align it perfectly though. If you're doing this for a sketchbook, you want to make it long. And the reason for that is you want to put this actually in the back of your sketchbook, and you want to wrap your ribbon around through where your artwork is. If you're doing this for a book, you know, 2 to 5 inches is all you need, and you can just throw your bookmark in there and have that sticking out. So if it's like a sketchbook though, you want to wrap this through and then back through the pages where they're at. And what I like to do is have it to where the ribbon is going on the page before the page I'm going to be working on, so that I can know what the last one was that I've done and the ribbon won't get in my way for doing my artwork. Okay, so that is all for this section of the video. I am going to split this into 2 videos. The next video, I'm just going to show you making blanks. After that, I will show another video on after I have done the artwork, which will be part of my art series. I will show how to create the rest of the bookmark. So it might take a while to get all of the videos out, but I will be doing that. So I will see you later, and I hope that this has helped out. Let's get to it.